My name is Bryce Parker. A year ago, I got fired from my job 3 weeks before we had our beautiful baby girl. I had a decision to make: give up or make things work. I wanted to start this channel to show you that the American dream is still possible. Me and my wife own 2 small businesses, and we are building our dream home. Starting from nothing, thinking the world was crumbling around us, but making the best life possible out of it. I'm Bryce.
And I'm JC.
This is our beautiful daughter Paisley,
and we are the Parkers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is another beautiful morning here in Florida in the very low 40s. Not something we're used to. And you can hear a big truck behind me, or I guess behind you, in front of me. We are setting trusses today. What you think? Gonna move the hair out of your eyes so we can see. A little chilly?
Yeah.
I told you to put some pants on.
No, I'm fine.
And now they are running with these chains and with this crane setting the house, which is actually really, really cool. A lot of times these houses, sometimes I have to hand set them, but my trusses are 56 feet long, so that's definitely not happening. So you can see I have a chain all the way up to that big boom, which is run by an operator in this cab right here. Guys are up on the top lintel, and they are setting these trusses now. So very, very exciting time. But got a lot to do today. They're hoping they're gonna get done at least setting trusses today, and then they'll probably be back Monday to deck the roof, hammering in those hurricane straps. So those straps are what tie this roof together, what tie the roof to the lock. So you can see them. You may be able to see them. You can kind of see them. Truss straps will wrap around the base of the truss. So anyways, looks like we got a little corner piece broke off right there. We're definitely going to need that for soffit. So we'll probably just have to tie it on. Alright, so as you can see behind me, they are actually going up pretty quick. We have all the trusses partway over the garage. So I guess technically not all the trusses, but half the trusses over the garage set. All the stuff that they prefabbed yesterday and got together, they've got them set up. We re-engineered the trusses to be a little more sturdy, so that costed a little bit more money, but I think it's going to be worth it. But you can see here we've got a big area in the trusses that's going to be open. That's because I'm decking it, so they re-engineered them around it. And then obviously up here is going to be where our loft is going to be as well. So lots of open space in the trusses. I think it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be a little storage space for us. So these walls were called to be, I think, 24-inch centers for the studs. We ended up bumping it to 16. They only do 24 normally to save some money, but we're not skimping these load-bearing walls or any walls in here. I'm going to do it right. So got the load-bearing walls built yesterday when they came out to prep the rest of it. See out here, they just flip these trusses over. Kind of cool to watch, but there's lots of stuff going on. They're definitely going up a whole lot faster than they thought they were going to. He said that it was probably going to take an entire day to set these trusses. It was a new house for the framer, but from what it's looking like right now, they're going to be setting them and probably be done by lunchtime, and then they'll be decking it. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, this is Jordan.
What's up?
Jordan is a good buddy of mine. How long have I known you, Jay?
The diddlers.
Like, the diddlers, yeah, watch out. Jordan is one of the foster boys that I mentor. I met him, you what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? 4 years ago. First time we ever met. We went and had dinner at Jason's Deli.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You have to say no Diddy for that.
No, y'all, come on. All these kids, man. No Diddy. No Diddy. For all you old folks who are watching that, that's the, never mind. Never mind. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, sorry.
Not like that, no.
Not like that. I took you out to dinner, but not like that. It was to set you straight because you were failing all your classes. Hey, but check that out. In like 2 months, we had him up to A's and B's, so still got to work on the grades. He's got some bad grades right now. But
They're not terrible.
they're pretty terrible. They definitely ain't good.
They're not.
Yeah. Alright, the first big truss is getting set. Victor was telling me was a lot of times what happens with these big trusses, because this one's 56 feet long, I think, are my trusses long ways. It tells me sometimes they start, when you pick them up, they start wobbling in the middle, and sometimes they can snap. So these, they have to be a little more careful. You can see they're adjusting right now as they pick it up in the air, how far they need to move to one side or the other to make it even whenever they pick them up. And then you can see the string line right here. You may be able to see it. The string line they tie to the truss. That way, while it's in the air, they can control it going one way or another. Because if this big old piece of wood gets to swinging, it's going, and it ain't stopped. We got Victor, the truss wrangler, over here. It's got a tennis ball on the back side of it. They toss it through that hole, and that tennis ball kind of keeps it weighted on the back side. Victor walks over with it. Oop, he didn't see that one coming. At least he caught it before it grabbed him. I almost said something. First 56-foot truss here, man. It's exciting. So I was a little bit wrong earlier. Apparently when you tell the truss company that you're gonna deck the attic, they don't really do much. They just reinforce it. You have to specifically tell them to re-engineer these pieces. So you can see now, there's a big open room up here. This is our loft. And all the trusses, they have this big open spot. That loft runs from almost the very front side of the, whoa, almost the very front side of the house all the way to this wall right here. So it sits and rests on these load-bearing walls. We are going to frame it, but did have them do the load-bearing walls just so that way they could set the trusses and we didn't have to use any props or anything that we were going to have to fool around with. They're setting everything now, getting everything lined up, but you have a load-bearing wall here, load-bearing wall there, and then this whole wall here is load-bearing, one that comes behind on the other side of the master bedroom. So let me hop down and show you guys where the staircase is going to go up. There's a little bit bigger of a gap right here. So this is where our staircase is going to be going up. So they broke the trusses off to where there's a little bit wider. So basically our stairwell is going to go from right about here up to where it meets our load-bearing wall. And then from there, that'll be room for the trusses and stuff. So it'll go up, go up, go up, and then flatten out. And we'll have a little hallway, and that'll open up to our loft and the trusses. But you can see here they've got everything. These trusses, they're tripled up. Some of them are doubled up because there's going to be more of a deck right here. There'll be a bathroom over on this side. So they had to double these or triple these up to make sure that when we're boarding and framing this out up here, it's actually going to frame out well. We have something to frame off of. Dad's got the biscuits. Got them biscuits. Cheating on my carnivore diet last night and today. Getting fat again. Man, it seems like every time I lose 10 pounds, I gain it. Lost 10 pounds and I had Thanksgiving, then I gained it all back. Lost 10 pounds and we're about to have Christmas, so bruh. So what you guys are seeing now, they're bringing in a truss. They're gonna set in this joist hanger here. See, the room goes from really wide to a little bit smaller. There'll be a hallway from right here to about right here where it'll just be this width. It leads to a window down at the end. So they're coming in, they're setting these now. I have to put that joist hanger there, spun around, but you can see all the joists on the truss here. The rest of the trusses will meet coming this way and hang on those joist hangers there. So they are going to strap this OSB up with the crane. They use the crane to put it up on the wall. There she goes. So they're gonna set that right on the corner there. Normally they have these two pieces of metal that go on both sides of the block, and then they have a bar that comes off the outside of the house. Normally they set them on that so they can set all the trusses, but the last few trusses that they're gonna set there are real small, so they can do them by hand. So they're taking the corners, setting OSB on the corners of the house instead. So a little interior shot of it. All right guys, so they are setting the last little section of trusses that they need to set with the crane right now. They set this side. They'll do the same thing, the pallet of OSB, probably on that front corner. I don't know how many pallets we have or how many stacks of wood we got, but we're gonna get out of here because we're gonna go grab some lunch real quick. I don't know how much longer the guys are gonna work today. They're gonna start decking it, so we will pick back up whenever we get back, whenever that is. All right, well, we went to the house and I blinked and all of a sudden I had slept for about 2 hours. Had a nice big lunch and took a fat nap, and currently it's like 5:30 or so, maybe 6 o'clock. As you can tell, it's a little dark, but got some good news. All the trusses are set. So on the outside we can see they started doing subfascia. Started getting all that ready. And they've got this entryway as well to do. So in this entryway we're going to be building this up quite a bit, like maybe 15 feet, so I can do a little bit of a farmhousey gable look up here. Got the rest of this. This is all of our master suite stuff. Very cool. We changed all these doors from 6'8" to 8 foot, so we're just going to knock out these headers. Some piecing together to do on the corners where they've got the OSB set, right?
Got the build out for the dormer there.
So in the plans, there's a window right here that'll look out over the backside. Lots of cool stuff. So I don't know if they're working tomorrow or not. In all reality, if they're not working tomorrow, we can start framing some stuff tomorrow afternoon after church, maybe, since they won't be above us cutting OSB and stuff. Sure. We've had this random jacket laying on the ground 3 or 4 weeks out here now. I don't know whose it is, but it just keeps getting tossed. Keeps getting tossed from corner to corner, so we may have to just bury it in the foundation. It's a part of the house now. Don't know when we'll see you, but we'll see you.
Yeah.